Hi guys, today is Saturday, June 20th, and unfortunately I'm getting on here to talk about the Strait of Hormuz, as there's recently been news that Iran has closed off the Strait of Hormuz after their deal to reopen it with the U.S. And the ceasefire agreement that they had. And unfortunately, this is because they decided to breach a trust between the U.S. and their allies, because in the negotiations and in the deal, the ceasefire, obviously since the ceasefire, there was a agreement that there would be no continued fighting on any of the fronts, specifically including Lebanon. And because Israel continued military operations and airstrikes against Hezbollah in Lebanon, Iran accused U.S. and its allies to a failing of upholding their deal. And this also gives them some leverage in nuclear negotiations here in Switzerland, and it's part of the reason they did this as well, but mainly it's because they continued fighting in Lebanon. Although Vice President J.D. Vance did come out and publicly dispute the claims, because they did say that the U.S. is monitoring the waterway and commercial ships are still moving through it because Iran does not control the strait. It's definitely something you have to be wary of, and something that is probably not necessarily full truth either. So right now the strait is most likely closed. This is the meaning for this for investors here is that crude surged about 7% after the news of the closure happened, which is because the Strait of Hormuz handles 20% of the world's petroleum. So this led to energy stocks coming back up after their sell-off this past week because of the news of the ceasefire, because investors and other people and the normal people were preparing for higher energy prices, because we're only 4 weeks away from losing our reserves, and with this will probably make energy prices go back higher, although we've seen gas come down recently, so gas prices will probably return to being high again if something isn't figured out really soon. Along with this, investors are shifting their money into safe haven assets like the dollar and gold. So the dollar and gold is going up because of this, and as well as that, defense and aerospace sector stocks will have renewed interest and more investments, because there's less diplomatic certainty, which favors those stocks. Along with this, there's again more stock market volatility, because the stock market was getting fueled, especially tech stocks were getting fueled by excitement on possibility of lower interest rates coming back because of the deal, because that would hopefully put an end towards some of the inflation. But with the deal being kind of falling through here, you can expect those tech stocks and some of those other super high growth stocks to fall on Monday, with some more volatility here and uncertainty in the world. And because Iran publicly said that they closed the strait, but J.D. Vance disputed it, investors are still facing extreme information fog and don't know really what to believe. So this is going to lead to a lot of volatility and sensitivity to any sort of headlines that come out in the next few days. So it's definitely something to be on the lookout for, and something to be very wary of before you put any money or make any decisions in the market. As always, be safe, and this is not financial